How to Build a Fashion Icon. I've read this whole book by Law Roach, Luxury Law, who is Zendaya's stylist.
I have never seen an outfit from Zendaya that I did not like, and there's no discussion. Zendaya is one of the best dressed celebs of our time. And because I'm absolutely obsessed with her look, I've seen many, I've discussed many on this app. Every single look of hers, and that is styled by Law Roach, is absolutely amazing.
Here are my personal best dress from the Golden Globes. We could really stop right here. I loved Demi's dress. We'll get there in a second. But I just think that this whole package that Law and Zendaya conceptualized and was executed so beautifully by Louis Vuitton is just insane.
I want to have just like a moment to recognize Zendaya's armor outfit when she was promoting Dune. Do we have a photo of that? This was the moment of my year. Just absolute brilliance. And when you mention confidence, okay, so a little bit of her backside is showing there, but she is killing it, confident. And that is really what you say in your book makes the difference. It's not about what you're wearing, it's about...
Hi, my babies, the most gorgeous human beings on this planet. Today, we are going to talk about confidence and clothes. And you might say, like, we know all about this, but no. We are going to talk about how to build a fashion icon. And we are going to discuss this book, and we are going to talk about how you're going to find your personal style, be the fashion icon in 4 steps. We are going to talk about the scientific evidence about how dressing well helps our confidence, our self-esteem. Luxury Law, what he starts with is assessing our foundation. Like what we wear, it doesn't really matter, he says, as long as you're confident, okay? You could be just wearing a feather. I think Hunter Schafer just wore a feather in one of the red carpets, and she killed it because she was confident. She was feeling herself. So first thing is the foundation, okay? Like we gotta make sure we pick clothes that make us feel confident. We have to have this unwavering faith when we wear that outfit that no matter what room we walk in, we are the star, we are the celebrity, the spotlight is on us. To be a fashion icon is about the confidence you radiate when you walk into the room. What makes Zendaya Zendaya, Celine Celine is their ferocity, their fearlessness, their unabashed confidence in themselves. Their clothes are an extension of who they are, a vehicle through which they channel their power, vision, and values. I feel this is really powerful because here we are just seeing clothes as an extension of who we are, okay? And it gives you that medium of expressing yourself, expressing who you are to the world. When we know our values, what we stand for, we pick clothes that way. So there are colors that make us feel really confident, okay? For me, pink makes me feel really pretty and red makes me feel confident. These are my colors. Like I don't feel that way with purple or blue. So when we talk about clothes, there's this first question that we want to ask ourselves. Who are we? Who are you? There is an unspoken, agreed thing that's going on in the world for every job or role, okay? If you see politicians dress a certain way, they use that red tie or blue tie, you know, models dress a certain way. There's this off-duty model look, you know, doctors dress a certain way. Of course, they don't have to, but there is an unspoken agreement. In this book, You Are a Brand, it speaks a lot about that, like how your clothes are like an unspoken way of saying who you are. Dress up as who you want to be, okay? If you want to be a CEO of this company that you are a VP in, start dressing up as a CEO. Like if you want to be that model influencer, start dressing up as that person. And now people might say it's
not that easy, you know, like I've always been this person who dresses up really casually. I only wear blacks. I cannot just show up wearing a dress.
For that, what Luxury Law says is you have to create an alter ego, which all celebrities do, okay? Beyonce's alter ego is Sasha Fierce. Robin Fenty's alter ego is Rihanna. Everybody creates that ideal alter ego when they step on stage, where they separate who they are at home and who they are in media. So you can create this alter ego where you feel powerful, where you feel confident, and it's like a switch that goes on in your brain when you step into that alter ego. All of us can do this. You're going for a red carpet, create an alter ego. How is that alter ego gonna pose? Is she going to flip her hair? What kind of shoes is she gonna wear? What kind of, if the reporter asks, what is that alter ego going to say? This way, you don't have that imposter syndrome. Oprah talks about creating the highest, grandest vision of your life. And this ties back to the alter ego. The alter ego is living that grandest, highest vision. So there is a research that was published in 2025. It's called Enclothed Cognition. Let me explain what Enclothed Cognition is. Clothe Cognition is the systematic influence clothes have on the wearer's feelings, thoughts, behaviors. Just think like, oh, it's just opinions. There's no scientific evidence. But they did assess 40 studies and did a meta-analysis. This is what they found. There is a scientific evidence that clothes do have an effect on how we feel, how we behave, how we talk. And there was this one experiment done years ago. This was done by Adam and Galinsky in 2012 when they were doing a lab test. If the person was wearing a lab coat that was referred as the doctor's coat, there was reduced errors. And then they later did 2 more experiments where they found that once they wore the coat, there was a sustained attention improvement on the person whoever was wearing a lab coat compared to the person who was not wearing any lab coat. So what this says is just putting on a white coat, makes people feel certain way. I don't know if it's accountability, responsibility. Another thing luxury law talks about is wear the clothes, don't let the clothes wear you. So let me show you some experiments, okay? If you see the person's clothes before you see the person's face, the clothes are wearing that person. And now when the person is wearing the clothes, it looks something like this. You see the person first and the clothes are just complementing them. When we look at very successful stylists, okay, image architects, what they do is their outfit is a moment in the history. When I think of this, JLo's Versace green dress comes to my mind. I think that was the reason Google image was formed. This is only because they take risk, okay? Like JLo at that point took risk. That dress is a bit risky for that time. So he says, don't be scared to take risk, that's how very powerful, impactful moments in fashion are formed. Now let's talk about how you can be a fashion icon according to luxury law, okay? Before all of this, you have to remember that every good outfit has a story. It's a story. It's not just an outfit. It's a story to be told without opening your mouth. So how you're going to find your personal style, be the fashion icon in 4 steps. First one, review what you have. Review your wardrobe. Review what's in your mom's closet, sister's closet. You don't need new clothes. Review what you have, okay? You need to know what you have. Second, study your reaction when you wear certain clothes. When I wear a nice red dress, I feel confident. It's something that red does to me that I don't have to, try to feel anyway. A red dress, some heels, a nice Delina perfume just does it for me. But I don't feel that way when I wear, let's say, a yellow dress. I like a deep V cut that accentuates my figure, so study your reaction. What kind of clothes make you feel beautiful, make you feel powerful? And you gotta note the style, the texture, the color of those clothes. Third, have your own little black dress. So little black dress refers to that hero item, that staple piece that, let's say you are really in a rush and you wear that outfit, it's gonna be a hit. You are gonna look good. It's 100% proven that this is your hero outfit. This outfit does not fail you. For some, it's a beautiful gown, like a beautiful white gown makes them always feel pretty. For some, it's the biker shorts with the blazer. So find out what that hero outfit is for you. Fourth step is, now once you know this is your hero outfit, add an accessory, a power piece that makes you feel some kind of way, like sparks big emotions for you. Sometimes it's the earrings, the big earrings sparks emotion. Sometimes it's the little handbag. Sometimes it's the shoes. Sometimes it's the rings. So add the power piece at the end. This is how you're gonna find your personal style. You're going to review what you have. You're going to study what outfits make you feel a certain way. You are going to find that black dress, that hero outfit. And fourth, you are going to add that power piece. For fashion icon that people are just realizing with Sabrina Carpenter's bangs and everything is, and even this book mentions it, is the hair theory. Okay? What is a hair theory? Coco Moco talks about this hair theory that you need to be easily drawn, okay? Or it could be someone's Halloween outfit. Hair is one of the biggest accessory. Like your hair, the right hair color for you, the style, it does speak a lot. So when Givenchy did this campaign and they didn't show the person, they just teased it with like a high ponytail, everybody knew it was Ariana Grande, okay? She has that high ponytail that no matter if you just see her silhouette, you just know it's Ariana Grande. Now, another thing is fear. It's easier said than done. Am I gonna look stupid? Is this a cringe? The good news is fear is not going to kill you, and actually fear is not real. It's not real. It's in your head. A tiger is not going to come attack you. Not everybody is going to like your style. Not everybody is going to like your fashion. Not everybody is going to like what you do. And that's completely okay. Every big brand is not every human being's favorite brand. But once you are fiercely authentic and show up, you will find your people. And when we talk about confidence, fashion, we really have to talk about self-love, okay? Self-love is really important. It's not a magical term because you might not be feeling great that day. You have an event, you might not be feeling great. Or you have gained 10 pounds, you are conscious about your stomach. At those times, also, you gotta dress well, you gotta show up, and you gotta have that self-love so strong that nobody's validation, rejection, praise affects you. You know who you are. I want to read this quote from Queen by Janelle. Even if it makes others uncomfortable, I will love who I am. Okay? Even if it makes others uncomfortable, I will love who I am. This is a stepwise process. Once you know who you are, your values, what you stand for, your brand, your personal style, your self-love has to be so strong that no matter, even if you're wearing a feather, you're wearing a potato sack, okay? You are the fashion icon because you said so. You are going to get up, dress up, and show up as the fashion icon you are. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please consider subscribing, liking. I want to bring more videos on confidence, creativity, fashion, and always remember to follow your kind confidence.